Yo, what's going on, family? We're back. I'm here to make another video to talk about some of the builds that I think are going to be the best at positions in the game. We're going to go through, I'm going to do guard position, forward position, and center position. And I'm going to talk about some of the builds that I like, and I'm going to be doing this live. So hopefully y'all enjoy it. Alright, so we're starting out with the guard builds. If you want to be a scorer, a pure scorer, you want to score the ball constantly, you cannot, trust me, you cannot be a point guard this year. As far as badges and stuff go this year, you're not going to have great scoring badges unless you go shooting guard. But if you want to be a primary ball handler and stuff like that, pass the ball, dish out assists really easy with decent scoring, and I say decent very like minimally, you can be a point guard. But if you want to score the ball this year, you need to go shooting guard. So I'm going to be showing off the guard builds in shooting guard, especially the build that I'm going to be going with. My build is also in here, which I will show first actually because it's the closest. So we're going to get into the builds. Shooting guard, as far as the guard builds that I like, the first one that I like and the one that I'm going with is the shot creating slasher. This build I think is going to get slept on a lot because people sleep on slashers in every 2K game, but your layups and dunks are decently high up there. You still have a good mid-range shot. Ball handling is still up there, so you'll be able to handle the ball well. I think you get like when it's maxed out, you get like an 81 ball control. So it's not, you're not going to hit the elite dribbles like 86. You're not going to be able to speed boost on this build, but it's not going to matter. You're going to be able to handle the ball well enough to dribble at a decent rate. And dribbling is going to be a lot harder this year as well, so I don't look at it as a bad thing. Vertical and stuff is still maxed out. Rebounding could be a bit better for a shooting guard, but you're not gonna have to worry too much about it. Steals and blocks are still at a good height for where they're at. I say height, but level for where they're at. And your speed and acceleration are also still up there on a shooting guard, which is insane. One thing you guys are going to want to pay attention to also this year is wingspan and height are going to matter this year. So you guys need to pay attention to that when you're making these builds. What I'm going to say to you is very important, so I need y'all to listen. Do not buy VC in the prelude. Don't buy it in the prelude. I bought like $5 of it because I was like, screw it, I'll buy a little bit like an idiot. Don't do what I did. 2K is having problems with the prelude anyway, so I didn't even get my VC. They're trying to get it all refunded back to people, but when they do get it figured out and I do get it refunded to me, I'm not even going to use it in the prelude. I'm going to wait until the game drop, wait until I make my final build. These are base builds. You should use the prelude as a base when the full game comes out, when you do your wingspan, your weight, and all that stuff. When the bars show up with the differences in the attributes that are gonna take place when you make it a certain height and weight, you're gonna actually see the attributes. You're gonna see how much it's gonna decrease or how much it's gonna increase. So you guys need to know that so you can make your final builds and you can make it the build that you want. But I'm showing you these builds as bases. So we're gonna go through the badges of this. The shot creating slasher, you get Lob City Finisher, Acrobat, Teardropper, Relentless Finisher, and One Man Fast Break, all on Hall of Fame. This is gonna be really good as far as, you know, you're a primary slasher, so if you're attacking the rim and you're going to be great at attacking the rim and you know how to use your Euro steps, your hop steps and stuff like that, these are going to be great badges for you. Also, you still get posterizer on gold and you get tire the score on gold as well, and then your shooting badges are also on silver. You get corner specialist, mid-range deadeye, difficult shots. The bad thing is deep range deadeye, catch and shoot, all that stuff's on bronze, but with the 3-point rating you have, you're probably not going to be stepping out from the 3 that much. So having corner specialist and mid-range deadeye and difficult shots on silver is going to help a lot. Honestly, as a shooting and driving build, this is not a bad build to go with. This is actually one of my favorite builds. Also, if you wanted to look at another build, you could look at the post-scoring slasher, but I really didn't like this one because as a slasher, I love to be able to step out for that mid-range shot, and this build doesn't really have that. This is for mostly everybody who's just going to sit in the paint and sit under the rim. And with the badges that you get Posterizer, Acrobat, Teardropper, and Relentless on Hall of Fame. And then you get the One Man Fast Break. You get Up and Under Specialist and Lob City Finisher. You get those on gold. But for me, I didn't really like this because I love to be able to step out to that mid-range more consistently. So that's why I went with the shot creating slasher over the post scoring slasher. We're gonna get into a couple shooting builds now. Honestly, pure shot creators look decent this year at the shooting guard spot. You get mid-range Deadeye, difficult shots, tireless score, and Teardropper Hall of Fame. Corner specialist, catch and shoot on gold, and then deep range Deadeye and limitless range on silver, which isn't bad. And with that mid-range, and you still get a decent three-pointer and good ball handling with this build. What kind of hurts here is speed. You're not going to be as fast, but honestly, this isn't a bad shooting build if you want to go with this. Honestly, in my opinion, this is going to be one of the best shooting builds in the game. The sharp shooting Shock Vader. This is going to be one of the best builds in the game. Your layups and dunks are kind of hurt on, but the layups are still in a good rate, so you're still able to go in, take in some layups, hit some contested layups, you know what I'm saying? Mid-range is great. Three-pointer is completely outrageously consistent. Ball handling is still good. Your passing is alright for where it's at. Speed and acceleration are at an okay marking. But what's really good for this shooting build is the badges. You get mid-range Deadeye, difficult shots, tireless score, and teardropper on Hall of Fame. And then the rest of your shooting badges are on gold. Corner specialist, deep range Deadeye, catch and shoot, up and under specialist. I lied. The only one that you don't get is limitless range. But it doesn't matter. This is a beautiful build. This is going to be an absolutely insane build. I think a lot of people are going to make this build this year, and they're gonna be outrageous with it if they know how to use it. Because there's going to be an incredible skill gap this year between so many different people that some people are going to flat out quit the game, in my mind, because they're just not going to be able to know how to play this game. And other people are going to shine like crazy. So this is going to be an insane game this year, I know. But this is going to be one of the best scoring builds that you can make at a guard spot. The pure sharp, I really didn't like this year because you have no speed, you have no ball handling, you have no passing. You're literally, 2K did this right, don't get me wrong. You are finally just a catch and shoot archetype. You get corner specialist, deep range, limitless, catch and shoot, and free throw ace. Mid-range Deadeye on gold as well, with tireless scorer on gold, difficult shots on silver. You are literally a catch and shoot archetype as a pure sharpshooter, which is what it should have been last year. And they still get a decent mid-range. You're more of a catch and shoot than you are like a fading archetype, if you know what I'm saying. So they finally did well with this build this year. Might be a little OP. We'll see how it progresses throughout the game. If like they're gonna give them this moving fading 3, which I'm pretty sure they are, with a 99 moving 3. But hopefully it won't be as consistent because it's harder to shoot this year. But we'll definitely see. As far as playmaking goes, I'm going to leave playmaking to the point guard spot because as a shooting guard, you're not really going to be playmaking. But at a point guard, some of the best builds that I would see to make would probably be the shot creating playmaker or the sharpshooting playmaker, just for the fact of scoring and being able to still handle the ball. Honestly, a two-way playmaker isn't bad, but the badges don't really make up for it for me. So I'd stay away from this probably, and then the post scoring and rebound I would also stay away from. But honestly, the slashing playmaker I'd also stay away from. I was a playmaking slasher last year, and this year they just completely ruined it as far as badges go. So I didn't really want to touch it. As far as playmaking archetypes go, I feel like these two are your best bets if you're looking for playmaking. Now, as far as defending, this is going to be one of the most slept on builds in this game, I think, is the pure lockdown defender. This build is ridiculous. So you don't get like your mid-range, your three-point, your ball handling. They're all pretty low to start, but obviously those will max out at a higher rate. But being so low, look at the badges you get. You get 7 Hall of Fame, you get defensive stopper, charge card, pick dodger, pickpocket, chase down artist, bruiser, and quick reflexes. So you get the defensive badges, and then you also get lob city finisher on gold, but corner specialist on silver, which means these lockdowns are going to be able to sit in the corner and have consistent corner shots, corner threes. It's ridiculous. This build is going to be absolutely insane for anybody who wants to make shooting guards, small forwards. As far as like a defending build, I would say you need to go pure lockdown this year. You could probably get away with like a playmaking defender to give you a little bit more ball handling and a bit better shot, but you lose the badges in that case. You don't get you get corner specialists on bronze, so you're kind of losing the shooting badges a bit, but you could still get away with it in my mind versus the attributes and all that stuff. All right, so we're gonna move on to the small forward spot. There's a couple builds in here. I think there's only 2 builds I saw that I really like in the as far as playing the small forward, being that taller, slower build. Honestly, if you're gonna go with a small forward this year, having a pure sharp small forward wouldn't be that bad because they're not gonna move a lot. They're gonna be pretty slow this year. So having a pure sharp small forward wouldn't be too bad. Honestly, obviously to me this is all opinion. You guys could think differently. Having a pure sharp small forward I don't think would be that bad. And also the other build would be the pure lockdown. Having a pure lockdown small forward, this is going to benefit any pro-am team, any 3-man crew team that's coming this year, playing on the park with a random small forward pure lockdown. It's going to help you incredibly. So those are the two builds that I think would be the best as far as small forward goes. But now we're going to get into power forwards and centers because these are the big man builds, and there are 2 in here also that I saw that are probably going to be some of the best type of big man builds. Actually, there's probably 3 that I could mention. The first one I'm going to mention is the pure glass cleaner. This one honestly is going to be pretty nice. You still have a 12 post offense with a 12 layup, and these stats are going to change, but the rebounding's max, steals, blocks are good, vertical is good, lateral quickness could be better, but I like it. But it makes up for it in badges. So you get putback king, you get break starter, you get hustle rebounder, bruiser, brick wall, you get lob city finisher, defensive stopper, charge card, chase down artist, quick reflexes, gold, and you get posterizer on silver and rim protector. So honestly, a pure glass cleaner, this is going to be nasty this year, especially with the way wingspan works. This is going to be pretty nasty. Another one that I like also, the shot creating post scorer. This type of build is going to be ridiculous because you have good layup, decent dunk, you have a great mid-range, you can kind of step out for the 3 consistently as a big man, which is crazy. You get great post offense, great rebounding. You kind of lose defense in this, but honestly I don't think that matters being tall and like that. And then strength and stamina are good. But the badges here, difficult shots, post spin technician, drop stepper, up and under specialist, Hall of Fame, mid-range Deadeye gold, tireless scorer, teardropper, relentless finisher, bruiser, brick wall, and then you get pick and popper and posterizer on silver. This I feel like is going to be one of the best big man builds in the game. If you're going to make a big man, I think do not sleep on this build. The shot creating post scorer is going to be ridiculous. And as far as like a center goes, I think this will be even like better on the center builds. But I can see it being better on a power forward build as well because you're probably a bit faster. But you can still grab rebounds. You'll be able to stretch out for a mid-range and a 3 here and there. And it'll be absolutely insane. Alright, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this is the base build that I'm going to be making next year. I'm actually going to be making 2 builds. I'm going to be making more of a primary scoring build next year as well. Not like a slasher, but more of a shooter. I'm kind of stuck between the pure sharp and the sharpshooting shot creator. I'll make my final decision once the game comes out and after I've grinded my first build for a while, and we'll see what I think. But like I said before, use the prelude as a base. Use it as a base, kind of experiment with different builds, figure out what you want to do, what you like, what you don't like, and things like that, and then make your builds when the game comes out, because you're going to be able to build them more precisely, like more to the point, if I should say, if that's how I say it. But this is the base build that I'm going to be making. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what builds you guys are making in the comments section. And I'm out of here. Peace.